Cooper Kupp, he's going to the Seattle Seahawks, 3 years, $45 million. Instant reaction.
I saw that maybe a couple minutes ago, so not that long ago. But I mean, good for them. I think that they're I guess they're trying to go
They're
all
trying to
in.
win.
Yeah, that's their version of all in. Cooper Kupp as your wide receiver 2 is definitely not a bad option. I mean, the Rams took the Eagles to they played them the hardest anybody did in the playoffs. With Cooper Kupp as their wide receiver 2. So I'm not really throwing him the ball that much towards the end of the season. But I mean, sure. We'll see how I'm gonna wait to Sam Darnold. We'll see how Sam Darnold plays with the Seahawks, and I don't think Sam Darnold can elevate the players around him enough for it to make as big of a difference as it should. But I mean, if you keep DK Metcalf now, I feel like that is more of a conversation to be had. If you have DK Metcalf as your 2, and let Jackson Smith and Jigba be the 1 on that team, and then Cooper Kupp as your 3rd slot guy, that team looks a little scarier, I think, and it's just in my opinion. So I mean, they've lost a lot of guys over the offseason. I don't want to go all in on either side of the Seahawks at this point. I think that they're trying to win. Let's see if they can.
I think my ears are perked up a little bit. We were talking about the Sam Darnold signing as in throwing a guy out to the Wolves. Bridge quarterback getting paid a ton of money. They're going to draft somebody next year because they're going to be just so awful this year. They got to fix the line. They got some other weapons, but they're all gone now. And now you bring in this Sam Darnold who probably can't raise your floor. Well, now I'm more intrigued at what their plan is and what the draft might bring, because bringing in Cooper Kupp still got something left in the tank, in my opinion. I don't know what happened at the end of the season last year, but the Rams just couldn't find a way to get him the ball. And he got it. He's 3 years, $45 million. It's not breaking the bank. I know a lot of teams wanted him too. I think a lot of fans were trying to refresh their page to see if their team got Cooper Kupp. So there was a little bit of a demand. So now you got Cooper Kupp, and you got some weapons that are still left over that Sam Darnold can work with. And if you can, patch up that offensive line in the draft, maybe now we're talking. I think that's what this move brings. I think it's good. Cooper Kupp, obviously, I believe he's from Washington, so it's a nice little homecoming. Kind of makes sense for him. I'm more open to listening now, I think, with this situation in Seattle.
Yeah, I mean, the only thing the ceiling for this team just feels like it's not extremely high. I actually looking at the NFC West, though, I might take that back a little bit, because the NFC West is maybe one of the more uncompetitive divisions in all of the NFL this year, which is really funny because it feels like they're consistently one of the better ones. But the Niners lost a lot of pieces over the offseason. The Cardinals, I mean, the book's still out on Kyler Murray, but I mean, how is that Cardinals team going to be this year? I feel like they're always towards the middle of the pack. The Seahawks can fit right in there. So I mean, if they win their division, then who's to say where they can go? But I'm not very bullish on the Seahawks team.
I think if you're the Seahawks in the front office and you're looking at some of the other teams in the division, I don't think they scare you enough to feel like you need to tear it down and completely rebuild. And I guess that's what they're doing right now. At the same moment that you mentioned the Cardinals, well, I can go and also talk about who the Niners lost or could potentially lose, or how much they might end up paying Brock Purdy and will lose in the future. And then at the same time, the Rams are very good still right now with Matthew Stafford. But hey, you take one of their receivers, that's a negative for them and an addition for you. I think that's just a lot more positives going on now since the DK Metcalf trade. A great draft changes everything for everybody. I actually saw today an old Bucks draft where they had Warren Sapp and Derek Brooks back to back. Obviously, both guys in the Ring of Honor, both guys in the Hall of Fame. This is something I'm really big on. It takes one draft in the NFL to really hit. You hit two Pro Bowlers and a starter, your team is completely different in any specific draft. The Colts have had it in recent years. The Saints had it a while ago towards the end of Drew Brees' career. I think teams bank on it. I think they know that, and they're just going to give it a shot. I like it. I think it's good, but yeah, not drawing too many conclusions just yet on it.